between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
11.
Second down, Jacobs once more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
11 MT,
On third down, Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And it's slow going there, as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Love. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First down, Love to pass. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4, the midway point,
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they interplay here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Packers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw now. Here's Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw again on second down. Love. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Here's Love. Touchdown! A great effort there. 28 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Boswell for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2.
11 mighty.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Love. They go play action now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jordan Brooks. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and the Bears take over.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. 1 play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
162 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They will run out of the gun for Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
11.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Like somebody thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
11, Tommy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement.
Touchdown, Packers! Jamar Chase, 59 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Following the interception, Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they give the Jones off tackle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Love looking to throw it. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Love now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
11-90, stop.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
11, empty, take, 12.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. They find some open field here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 189 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And it's a Packers touchdown. A big play there. For their second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Packers pick it up. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, it's Jones. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got... and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 Mighty. 11 stop.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And he'll find Pittman. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Burrow looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Burrow on play action. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And this is going to be no good. That was short. Not even on target either, but it was short. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games.